Good morning, friends. Today has been a productive one already, and I have tons more to get done today. I'm excited to take you guys along with me. I am drinking I have my BCAAs with my creatine right before this, so I'm gonna drink my protein shake first thing. I'm not really hungry yet, so I'm gonna wait to eat breakfast till a little bit later. But today I plan on making some homemade dog food. And if you guys know, my dogs recently were eating the num num food, which they absolutely love. Like, they love it. But it can get a little pricey, especially because I have 2 dogs. And with Christmas coming up and stuff, I was like, you know what? It would just be nice to find a more affordable way to give them like good quality food. I'm going to attempt to make some homemade dog food. I've been doing my research and like checking like what vets recommend, make sure I'm giving them like the vitamins and the nutrients and everything that they need. So after all the research, I'm pretty confident in this recipe, and I'll go ahead and buy them a multivitamin on top of it just to be extra sure they're getting everything. But I'm really excited to give them like good quality homemade food. I can make it in bulk. It should last like a week. So I thought I would make their first batch together with you guys and let you know what the dogs think about it. And then we're also gonna be doing a little decorating. I need to take down my little Halloween decor near my coffee bar. So we're gonna redecorate that for fall. I'm probably only gonna have fall decor out for like maybe another week or 2. I really want to decorate a little bit slower this year. I feel like every year I like rush to put everything up because I get so excited, but I think this year I really want to take my time, do like a undecorate with me, and then, you know, give it like a day or 2, put my stuff into storage, get my Christmas stuff out, and then slowly start decorating. So I think that's the plan this year. So I might start just like a little bit sooner than I usually would, just so I'm not rushing and like, you know, trying to get it up. But today we're gonna decorate my coffee bar area, and I have tons of cleaning to get done. I did not clean last night, and you guys, my downstairs is a hot mess. It's driving me nuts, so we're gonna tackle that today. I also have something crazy to tell you guys that happened yesterday. It was a whole fiasco, which we will get into later today. But we're gonna start the video off on a positive note. We're gonna be productive, get some things done, and then I will story tell a little bit later. Also, you guys, look at my new lamps. I'm obsessed. I picked them up from Walmart whenever me and Adrienne went out shopping. I love them so much. But it is quite the gloomy day. I'm getting a bit chilly, so I am gonna go ahead, get a sweater on, and then we need to clean up this kitchen because it's driving me crazy. We're going to be starting off, of course, in the kitchen because it was really bothering me. I had way too many dishes in the sink. We did run the dishwasher the night before, but like I said, I didn't do the hand washing. So if there is a night where I just don't get around to cleaning up the kitchen, I do make a point to do this first thing in the morning. That way I start my day off on a good note. It really does make me feel more overwhelmed to have a messy downstairs, especially because that's mainly where we hang out. So I like to just take a few moments, clean up a bit. I typically don't pick up the dishes, but since the sink was really full, I decided to go ahead, do the dishes for the kids, which is typically their chore, just so I felt a little bit better about working in the kitchen today. Like I said, we are going to be making dog food, so I was like, there is no way I can cook in here with this big mess.
What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid.
y'all know I've been switching my products over to being just a bit more all natural wherever I can. So what I've been using for my dishwasher pods are these Molly Suds pods. They work great. I feel like they do a really good job. We cram our dishwasher full, and I feel like they work just as well as my Cascade ones did. They are a little bit pricey, but I think the breakdown, it ends up being like 20 or 30 cents per pod. So it's really not that much more expensive, and it's just a peace of mind that I'm not putting like harsh chemicals on dishes that I know we're going to be eating off of. So I just try to make a point to switch over to more all natural stuff where it really matters, like stuff that we put in our mouth, things we eat off of, and especially like the countertop sprays in the kitchen. I do use all natural sprays now, and then like toilet bowl cleaners and stuff like that. I will still, use stuff that isn't all natural. It's just kind of, what I think is most essential, but I feel like there are so many just things we have to worry about nowadays. Is it just me, or do you feel like you can't buy anything without second guessing your choices? I feel like it is so hard to shop nowadays with everything being so accessible online. We can worry about all of the little things, and I just want to remind you that you do not have to be perfect at everything. You can't stress yourself out about all of the little things. Of course, if you want to make it a priority to be more all natural and, not put food coloring, food dye in your kids' food, I am all about that, but I also think we have to find that balance of not overstressing ourselves and making things more difficult for ourselves because of all of these things that we're trying to avoid. I feel like it's really tough right now to be a parent. So I'm right there with you. If you feel like you get overwhelmed sometimes and you're not sure if you're making the right decisions on everything, it is a lot. And yeah. So I'm here to tell you that if sometimes you buy the not so good stuff, don't beat yourself up. There are so many things we are trying to worry about 24/7. We can't be perfect at everything. So I just finished gathering all the ingredients I'm gonna need to make this dog food. I went ahead and chopped it up and everything just to make it quick and simple to show you guys. And of course you can use any kind of meat for this recipe. You can use turkey, chicken, deer, bison, whatever it is, you can use it in here. And today I have a variety, which it didn't say you can't mix the meat. So what I'm gonna be using for my meat today is I have some ground chicken, and then I also have some deer meat because we really need to use up our deer meat in the freezer. So I thought they would really enjoy that. So those are gonna be the proteins that I add in. And for this recipe, I halved it because the guy I was following who shared the recipe, it was for his lab and it was to last for 2 weeks, and it was a lot of food. And I really don't wanna have to store that much. So I halved it thinking that should be enough food for the dogs for a week. We'll see though. I'll update you guys on how much it makes exactly. But for my first attempt, we're gonna do half of the recipe. I measured all the ingredients out, so I will show you guys what they are. And I will list the full recipe down in the description for you guys in case you wanna screenshot it or something. But here are all of the other ingredients you need. So we have 4 ounces of spinach, 1 whole sweet potato. I cut up 1 carrot because my mixed veggies do have carrots in there, so it called for 2 carrots, so I figured there's at least 1 carrot in this mixed veggie pack. But I needed 12 ounces of veggies, which ended up being just a little over 2 cups. And there is corn in here too, but corn is good for dogs as well. But the main things you need are peas and green beans. So I got those in there. Then we have 3/4 cup of rice. You can use brown rice or white. I just happen to have white on hand, so we're using that. The oil, we need 1 tablespoon of oil. So I have the organic extra virgin olive oil, 1 cup of water. And then this is something I don't usually buy, but it says to add in It called for a 1/3 cup of liver, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm probably gonna add in a lot. I think I'm gonna half it because, I mean, extra meat can't be bad for dogs. So I think I'm gonna do half of this and then freeze the other half for the next time I make it. But it was very inexpensive. I mean, $3, and I got 1.3 pounds of liver. So all of those ingredients plus the meat will go directly into the Instapot. We're gonna cook on high pressure for 25 minutes. You can make this over the stovetop too, but it obviously will take longer. But we're gonna cook it in my Instapot to make my life easy. And then once we take it out, we're going to mash it and then add 2 more ingredients, which will be some pumpkin puree and some turmeric. Some people added it into the Instapot, some added it afterwards. So I'm just gonna add mine afterwards. And then the other optional ingredient is adding some ground up eggshells. So you simply just take an eggshell, dry it out, and then you put it in like a coffee grinder or your blender. You blend it up really, really fine, and then you add in some of the eggshells, and that's to make sure that the dogs get their calcium. So I might also do that. Like I said, I'm gonna get a multivitamin for them, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna go the extra mile to do that, but that is an option if you don't wanna get like a multivitamin. But let's go ahead and put everything in the Instapot and get this going, and then I will show you guys what the dogs think about the food. They obviously already ate today, but I'm gonna give them a little bit afterwards so we can try it out. Actually, since it's already divided up, I'm gonna do 1 whole liver piece. Got my afternoon cup of coffee, and now we are ready to redecorate my little coffee bar area. Not going crazy. I only picked up a couple things from Walmart. They were like 50% off for fall, so really didn't spend too much, but gonna do a little makeover before we start decorating for Christmas season. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe it's almost Christmas time. But first I'm gonna share with you guys what I picked up. Here's my small little haul. Like I said, everything I got from Walmart. I thought this little harvest beaded garland would be really cute on here. I got it for like $1 something because it was originally $2.28. I got this Hello Fall sign. This candle, if you guys remember, I took y'all shopping like a couple months ago. I saw this, really wanted it because it smelled good. I didn't get it, and now I got it for half off. So it says, "Hey there, pumpkin," and it smells like pumpkin spice. It smells so good. This was the last one that they had, and I feel like it probably had something on the top of it. I'm not sure, but since it was the last one, and I mean, look, it's $2.48 originally, so super cheap. I went ahead and just got this little extra piece to go on top of it, so I will be placing that on top as a little extra something something to go with it.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon.
dog food is done. I just pressure released this. It is smelling so good in here, you guys. Even Athan was like, it smells so good. I'm like, it's the dog food. But this should be super tender, and I'm just gonna use my little meat chopper. I got this off of Amazon a while ago. They're very inexpensive, or you can just use like a masher, whatever you wanna use. So we're gonna go ahead and mash everything up together, and then I'm gonna be adding in the pumpkin puree and the turmeric. But I did go ahead and buy these like bigger, longer containers just because I feel like it's gonna store better in the fridge. I plan on hopefully I only need one. I don't know, we're gonna see, but I'm hoping we only need one container to fit like a week's worth of food. Got this pack of 2 for, I think it was like $7 at HEB. Walmart has these too. Once this cools down a bit, then I will add it into my containers and store it, but I can't wait for the dogs to try it. They already are getting excited because I've been telling them like, oh, I'm making doggy food, and Yoda is literally following me around like he's so excited. He knows exactly what's going on. This is what it's looking like before we mash it up. Gonna go ahead and put their little sampler meal in here and let it cool down because they are so excited. It's so cute. Are you so excited? You can't eat it yet. It's too hot. It'll burn your mouth.
Burn your mouth? Oh.
Yeah. I know. You have to wait though. You're so excited. He's so excited. Are y'all so excited? Are you sitting and being good? What? He's so cute. All right. Are you excited, Yoda? Sit. Stay. Stay. He's so excited. Stay. Wait. Stay. Good boy. Come on, Stella, let's go get yours. Oh, I think he loves it. You ready, honey? Sit. Stay.
Okay.
Sit. Stay.
Okay.
Good
boy.
Hold on. Sit.
Okay.
Stay.
Oh, she's like...
She's still learning, but she's getting better.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Stella?
You like it? You like it? It was eating.
I think it was a hit.
She's eating it.
She's eating it. Aw. So this is how much it made. That is quite a bit of food. I will definitely update you guys later on how long it ended up lasting. I've also been looking into homemade cat food because you guys know Jinxie is getting pretty up there. He actually just turned 10 years old. So I would ideally like to switch him to like a homemade cat food as well. And from looking online, the ingredients are basically the exact same for cats as to dogs, but I'm gonna make sure I do all my research really well, and then I will likely attempt cat food as well, but I'll let you guys know if I end up sticking with it or whatnot. But it really isn't all that expensive to make your own dog food. Like, I was really surprised. I mean, we'll see how long this lasts, but the breakdown of buying all the ingredients really wasn't that expensive, especially because we have a lot of deer meat we need to use up. So really, if I stick with deer meat, we will save a lot of money making it from home. Warming up some leftovers from last night. I made my favorite hamburger soup, and I did take some meat out. I'm probably gonna start dinner soon. And that's because we got a message 3 days ago that football is actually starting back up. They like crammed everything into a couple weeks, and the kids literally were playing like 3 games a week. So we finished football in 3 weeks, which really sucked. Austin was upset about it, And now he hasn't been playing football for almost 2 weeks now. And they messaged me on Monday saying, oh, by the way, we made it to the playoffs. So we have practice again. So that was surprising. I mean, Austin's excited, but now we have practice. We have practice on Tuesday. We have it again tonight. Today is Thursday. So I have to make sure I have dinner done early because they're doing practice at 5:30 because now with the time change, it gets dark so early. So I need to make sure I have dinner ready to go because I don't get the kids until almost 4. So that doesn't give us much time to eat and get out the door for football. So for tonight, I took stuff out to make spaghetti because it's quick and easy and the kids love it. So I think I'm gonna make that here in a little bit just so I don't have to stress about that after I get the kids. But after I get done getting the water on the stovetop, I will go ahead and do a little story time, and I'll finally tell the story about what I was talking about at the beginning of the video because it was just crazy. I can't even believe it happened. So I'm gonna sit down and tell you guys about that here in just a second. Also, I did go ahead and take out some tilapia. I'm gonna be eating that for dinner. Anytime I make like a really high carb dinner, like spaghetti or the toast that goes with spaghetti or anything like that, I usually don't eat that just because it's really high carb. You guys know I'm big into fitness, and if I'm gonna have like something really high carb, I'd rather it be like a cookie or something, or a cake or a brownie. So I usually don't eat the meals that are super high carb or basically anything pasta. I'm not a big pasta fan anyway. And fun fact, growing up, I ate so much spaghetti because my dad would make it all the time that when I got older, I was like, I never want to eat spaghetti because we ate it so much. So my kids love spaghetti, so I make it for them, but that's another reason why I really don't mind not eating the spaghetti. So a little funny story time. It was as soon as I had gotten back from dropping the kids off at school, I came home. I literally was just about to get on the treadmill, start working out, and I heard something hit the house. And it was very distinct, like I could tell it was a rock. So I quickly pulled up my cameras on my phone because we do have security cameras outside. So I pull up my cameras and I look over because the bus stop is right beside my house. My backyard is along like a main road, and that's where the bus stop is for the middle school kids. So I look over there and I see this boy grab another rock and chuck it right at my house. So I immediately run outside, climb up onto the fence, and I'm like, knock it off. You're throwing rocks at my house. You don't need to be doing that. And then I literally stood on the back porch and was watching off of my phone to see if he would do it again. And our cameras months back, we had an issue with them. We switched our internet over, so we switched providers. And whenever we did that, our cameras got messed up. Long story short, I never wanted to call and get them fixed, so they just never recorded. Unless I physically went in there and hit record, my cameras wouldn't record. So I never really worried about it. Needless to say, whenever that happened, the little boy was like, I didn't do anything, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not your parent. So I took a picture of him and I posted it on our private Facebook page. And I said, this boy was throwing rocks at my house. The parent of this child needs to have a discussion with them about respecting people's property. Literally, that's all I said, and I put the picture. The picture was kind of like far distance, where it's not like a close-up of their face. If you don't know who they are, like, you wouldn't be able to pick them out. Anyway, I posted it, and the parent responded, which I'm assuming it was the mom, but it's like a joint account. Well, she writes me, and she's like, you don't need to be posting minors on the internet, and that was not my son who did that, so you need to get your facts straight, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote her back and I was like, well, I know for 100% certainty that it was your son. I physically saw him on my camera and I ran out there and addressed the situation. I wanted to tell the parent because I feel like this is very disruptive behavior and it needs to be addressed with your child, because I know if that was my kid, I would 1000% want to know that they were throwing rocks at people's houses, vehicles. Like, this isn't the first time that in our neighborhood we've had children do this. So I thought, instead of me having to discipline your child for you, I would let the parent handle it. I said nothing rude. I simply was stating, this is what your child did. It needs to be addressed. And so she replies back and she's like, well, I spoke with the other 2 kids that were next to him and they said it was a kid who threw the rock and then ran and hid. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? You're going to take the word of 3 children who don't want to get in trouble over an adult who just told you that I physically saw him do it. I was like, unless he was his doppelganger and looked identical to him, it was 1,000% your son. I saw it. And she was like, well, you don't have any proof. And that's where my camera's not recording was frustrating because I'm like, I saw them, but she's like, well, why didn't you record it? And I'm like, I'm not going to get into all the details. Like, you are acting like a child right now. So I wrote her back and I was like, well, I started recording after the fact. So I started recording him and he reached down, grabbed another rock, and then looked at my house contemplating on throwing it. And I was standing on my back porch the whole time, like waiting to see if they were going to do anything. I sent her that video of him and she was like, you can't even see what he has in his hand. And I'm like, really? You just saw your son reach down into the rocks. What else would it be that he's grabbing? Like, it's not like he was holding stuff and stuff fell down. Like, so I seriously felt like I was arguing with a child. So after her continually saying, well, I didn't raise my kid like that. If he was a troublemaker, then I would address the situation. But I know I'm not raising a kid like that. He uses manners. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I was like, look, this has nothing to do with how you raise your child. I was like, children are children. They make mistakes. All you need to do is address the situation and ask him not to do it again. I was like, I didn't say, she was like, you're calling my son a heathen. My memory card got full. But I was like, you're putting words in my mouth. I was like, for one, I would never call a child a name. I was like, I simply said, this is what your child did. I saw it with 100% certainty. And I thought you would want to know. I was like, clearly you have a problem with accountability as well. So I'm done arguing with you. So that's how our discussion ended. But I was seriously mind blown, you guys. Like, I physically saw him throw the rock. If I didn't, I would have never posted anything because I'm not going to falsely accuse a child. But I physically saw him, and the audacity of this child's parent to continue on and take the word over 3 children who obviously don't want to get in trouble over me. I'm just like, what is wrong with society nowadays? Like, I'm sorry, of course you want to believe your child and, you know, you're going to talk to your child, but she simply texted her child and took his response over text. I'm like, okay, come on now. We were all children before. For one, you need to see them face to face to see if they're lying because we can all read our children. I'm like, you're taking his word through text message as truth over an adult that has no agenda. I have no reason to complain about your child. I don't even know you. Like, y'all, I was flabbergasted. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I cannot even continue arguing with you. It does not have to be this drawn out. Nor did she even have to message and say that it was her child. She could have just left it up there and had the discussion one-on-one with her son. I don't care to know who it was, who did it. I just wanted it to be addressed so it wouldn't happen again. I guess what really bothers me the most is that she thought in order for a child to make a mistake, they have to be a troublemaker, a heathen, like grow up in a disrespectful home. And I'm just like, do you not realize that children make mistakes and it's perfectly fine? No one is saying you're a bad parent in any way, but the fact that she took it to like such a level, like I was trying to criticize her parenting, I'm like, dude, you clearly are feeling some type of way to get so defensive and so upset when all you had to say was, oh my gosh, I will make sure I talk to my son, see if he did it, and make sure it will never happen again. Or if he sees someone else do it, to let them know not to throw rocks because you have to respect people's property. It would have been so simple. Like, my gosh, you guys, I don't even know. Like, how are there adults out there like this? Like, I don't understand. And also, on top of everything, the fact that she was trying to say, oh, they said it was a kid that hid. I'm like, well, who's this mystery child? Because everyone knows everybody at the bus stop. They go to the same school. They ride the same bus. So they would clearly be able to say, you had it mistaken. It wasn't my son. It was this person. They were wearing the same color outfit. Like, if you had another explanation that would make me second guess what I saw, but I know without a doubt that it was her son because I saw it and he was wearing the exact same outfit. So it's just mind-blowing to me. Well, I guess I don't have to rush and make dinner anymore because we just got a text alert that they're canceling football because of the rain. It is still raining. It's really nasty outside. So instead, they said we're gonna do practice tomorrow. So I guess we don't have to rush tonight. Athan got me running around. His favorite thing to play is tag. So definitely get my workout in because he loves to chase me around. Got my dinner. Gonna eat this and possibly an apple because I'm obsessed with apples right now. I don't know where the time went this evening, but I completely forgot to pick up the camera after making dinner and all of that. I literally spent forever helping Adrienne do her homework, and then I ordered my groceries for pickup for tomorrow. I got most of the groceries for Thanksgiving because I want to make sure I just get everything ahead of time. I don't want anything to like be out of stock. Then got the kiddos in bed, all of that fun stuff, and now it is 9:30. I'm about to go take a bath and relax, call it a night. My husband's actually out of town. I don't think I mentioned that, but he had a work trip, so he left on Tuesday. He's coming back tomorrow, so I'm really excited for him to get home tomorrow. And something else super exciting, we just booked a vacation for right before Christmas. We are gonna be going to Ruidoso. We are so excited. We're gonna go with our best friends. It's gonna be a fun, huge family vacation. We are so excited. I will definitely vlog some of that trip for you guys, but I'm so excited. We're going to Ruidoso during the winter. We're hopefully gonna like snowboard or snow tube again because the kids loved that last time. So I'm really excited for that. We just picked our cabin, so I was on the phone with her trying to decide like what cabin should we get. We're gonna stay all together, so it's gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited. But anyway, I need to go ahead and close out the video and get myself ready for bed. I am so tired. My makeup is like falling into my eyes. I'm ready to wipe my makeup off. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe. I do upload motherhood content every single week, and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!